In various corners of the earth, traces of once glorious civilizations are hidden. Magnificent cities that once teemed with life now remain only stone, ruins, and silence. They are known as lost cities, silent witnesses to a glory buried by time. Some are hidden beneath tropical forests, some are submerged beneath the seabed, and still others stand silently on mountaintops. Nature has swallowed them, shrouding them in secrets that remain unsolved to this day. Were they lost due to war, disaster, or human decision-making? In this third session, we will continue retracing these traces, uncovering the mysteries behind civilizations that once shone, then vanished, leaving only one question: how many secrets of the past are still hidden on this earth? Valley of the Nile, Egypt. In the middle of the barren Egyptian desert, behind golden cliffs of rock, lies a valley that holds the secrets of the king's deaths. For thousands of years, this place has lain silent, concealing tales of power, death, and the afterlife. This is the Valley of the Kings, a valley that defies time, where the pharaohs sleep eternally beneath the sands of history. Located on the west bank of the Nile River, near the ancient city of Thebes, now known as Luxor, the valley began to be used around 1550 BC, during Egypt's New Kingdom. The pharaohs of the 18th to 20th dynasties chose this valley to replace pyramids that were too conspicuous for tomb robbers. Beneath these dry rocks, Egyptian architects built hidden tombs with walls covered in hieroglyphs and paintings depicting the journey to the afterlife. To date, more than 60 tombs have been discovered in the Valley of the Kings. It was here, in 1922, that the world was stunned by the discovery of the tomb of Tutankhamun, a young pharaoh aged approximately 19 when he died. British archaeologist Howard Carter discovered a solid gold coffin, a legendary death mask, and thousands of priceless artifacts. But beneath the grandeur lay a mystery: the curse of the pharaohs, which supposedly befell anyone who dared open the tombs of the kings. Although widely considered a myth, a series of mysterious deaths following excavations added to the dark aura that still haunts the valley. After Egypt's glory collapsed, the valley was slowly forgotten and buried under sand for centuries. However, modern excavations have re-established the Valley of the Kings as one of the world's most important archaeological sites. Today, scientists are still studying each chamber of the tomb, discovering the secrets of ancient technology, religious art, and Egyptian understanding of the afterlife. The Valley of the Kings is not just the resting place of Egyptian kings. It is a window into the human soul, the fear of death, and the desire for immortality. And among the shadows of its rocks, history still whispers, reminding us that even the greatest kings cannot escape time. Bagan, Myanmar. Above the silent plains on the banks of the Irrawaddy River, thousands of towers and stupas rise. Bagan, a land of 1,000 temples that seems to be born from a dream, a place where sky and faith blend in the stillness of time. Built between the 9th and 13th centuries, Bagan was the capital of the pagan kingdom, the first kingdom to unite Myanmar under one flag. King Anuruddha made Theravada Buddhism the spiritual foundation of the nation, giving birth to a golden era of art and architecture. More than 10,000 temples, pagodas, and monasteries once stood here. Today about 200 ancient buildings remain. Each wall is filled with reliefs and murals that tell the story of the journey to enlightenment. But even now, experts still wonder, how did the craftsmen of that time build thousands of temples in the middle of the barren desert without modern technology? Bagan's fall came in 1287, when Mongol attacks destroyed its splendor. For centuries, it lay forgotten until the world rediscovered it as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2019. To Huánuco, Bolivia. In the Bolivian highlands, on the shores of Lake Titicaca, stand silent stone ruins. Tiwanaku, a sacred city that predates the Incas, a lost civilization full of mysteries. Around 500 to 1000 AD, Tiwanaku became a spiritual and political center for thousands of people in the southern Andes. They built temples, observatories, and majestic monoliths from stone weighing up to 130 tons. Monuments like the Puerta del Sol, the Gate of the Sun, are adorned with carvings of a mysterious deity thought to be the ruler of the cosmos. But to this day, archaeologists still wonder, how were these enormous stones cut and transported without modern metal tools? Around the 11th century, Tiwanaku was abandoned, possibly due to a prolonged drought. The ruins lay buried until their rediscovery in the 19th century, when they became a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Pompeii, Italy. At the foot of Mount Vesuvius, time once stood still. Pompeii, a Roman city that lived, laughed, and dreamed, until one day, it all vanished. Ash and fire erased life, but preserved the human story of 2,000 years ago. Pompeii stood in southern Italy around the 7th century BC, thriving as a prosperous city under the Roman Empire. Known for its cobblestone streets, theaters, luxurious homes, and public baths, Pompeii was a reflection of the splendor of Roman civilization. But in the distance, Mount Vesuvius harbored an unseen fury. On August 24th, 79 AD, a devastating eruption shook the sky. Hot clouds and volcanic rock engulfed Pompeii in less than 24 hours. More than 2,000 people perished, their bodies petrified in their final poses, praying, running, or embracing loved ones. The ruins were buried under a 6-meter-thick layer of ash, freezing history in an instant. Pompeii lay forgotten for 1,600 years, until it was excavated in 1748. Today, the site is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and the most honest window into ancient Roman life, complete with paintings, cutlery, and even bread scorched in the oven. Easter Island, Chile. In the middle of a vast ocean, thousands of kilometers from any land, stands a lonely island with a stone face staring up at the sky. Easter Island, or Rapa Nui, is a silent witness to the greatness of humans who built a civilization at the edge of the world. A place where stones speak, and silence holds the secrets of the past. The island was discovered by European explorers in 1722 on Easter Day, hence the name Easter Island. But long before that, around the 12th century, Polynesians had settled here, forming a complex society with a unique belief system, language, and art. They worshipped their ancestors, and from that belief came hundreds of giant stone statues, the moai. More than 900 moai are carved from volcanic rock on Mount Reno Raraku, some reaching 10 meters in height and weighing up to 80 tons. The moai are believed to represent the spirits of their ancestors who protect the island. But a great mystery still surrounds the Rapa Nui. How did they move such massive stones without wheels or draft animals? Some theories suggest they swinged the statues to walk, a symbol of the ancient people's extraordinary ingenuity despite their isolation. The downfall of the Rapa Nui came in the 17th century, when deforestation, intertribal conflict, and colonialism destroyed their former glory. The island, once forgotten, has now become a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a living laboratory for archaeologists searching for traces of a remote yet intelligent human civilization. Malinalco, Mexico. In the heart of the Mexican mountains lies a temple carved directly from the rock. Malinalco, a place where myth and warrior valor were born in one breath. Built around the 15th century by the Aztecs, Malinalco served as a ritual center for the eagle and jaguar warriors, the empire's elite troops. This is where sacred warriors were initiated, believed to receive the power of the war god Huitzilopochtli. The main temple, Kuakali, was carved entirely from the rock, the only one of its kind in Mesoamerica. Its chamber resembles the womb of the earth, with carvings of eagles and jaguars symbolizing rebirth as divine warriors. The mystery: how were the Aztecs able to carve such a vast sacred space without modern metal tools? After the Spanish conquest in 1521, Malinalco was abandoned. Today, however, the site is a spiritual symbol for the Mexican people, a silent testament to the depth of the Aztec soul and art. Bimini Road, Bahamas. On the blue seabed of the Bahamas lies a rock formation that defies human reason. Bimini Road, an ancient road that raises the question, is it a work of nature or the remains of a lost civilization? Located on Bimini Island, Bahamas, this rock formation was discovered in 1968 by local divers. The stones are neatly arranged along about 800 meters, as if forming a sunken road. Some scientists attribute this to a natural phenomenon caused by limestone erosion. However, other theories link it to Atlantis, the legendary lost continent. Even Edgar Cayce, the famous seer, once predicted that the remains of Atlantis would appear around Bimini, just before this discovery. To date, sonar research and marine archaeology have not been able to confirm its origins. Is the road leading to an ancient city, or simply a natural wonder? Bimini Road remains an open mystery to science. Luxor and Karnak temples, Egypt. On the east bank of the Nile River stand two enormous temples that defy time. Luxor and Karnak, places where the gods of ancient Egypt seem to still breathe among the stone pillars. Built around 2000 BC in the sacred city of Thebes, these temples served as centers of worship for Ammonius-Ure, the sun god. Great kings such as Seti I, Ramses II, and Hatshepsut added majesty to their immortal names. Karnak is the largest temple complex in the ancient world, with more than 134 massive pillars and walls carved with prayers and war stories. Meanwhile, the Luxor Temple, connected by a 3-kilometer avenue of sphinxes, symbolized the meeting of kings and gods. Some archaeologists believe the temple's layout is aligned with the stars, a reflection of Egypt's astounding astronomical knowledge. When Egyptian power collapsed, these temples were buried by time and sand. But now, they stand proud again, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a lasting testament to ancient Egypt's spiritual glory. Terracotta warriors, China. Underneath the plains of Xi'an, thousands of warriors silently gaze upon eternity. The Terracotta warriors, a stone army created not to fight on Earth, but to protect the emperor in the afterlife. Built around 210 BC, during the reign of Emperor Qin Shi Huang, the first ruler to unite China. He believed that the afterlife required equal power, even in the spirit world. More than 8,000 warrior statues, 600 horses, and 130 chariots were discovered. All unique, no two faces alike. The site lay hidden for over 2,000 years, until it was accidentally discovered by a farmer in 1974. Some theories suggest that within the main tomb, which has not yet been opened, flows a river of mercury, a symbol of the underworld according to ancient legend. Today, the Terracotta warriors are the 8th wonder of the world and the largest archaeological site in China. Scientists are still researching the secrets of its coloring techniques and its amazing underground complex structures. Borobudur, Indonesia. Amidst the morning mist of Magelang stands a stone temple that seems to touch the sky. Borobudur ***, a wonder that is not just a building, but a spiritual journey to enlightenment. Built in the 8th century by the Sailendra dynasty, during the heyday of the ancient Mataram kingdom, Borobudur became the center of Mahayana Buddhism in the Indonesian archipelago. More than 2 million blocks of volcanic stone were arranged without mortar, forming a giant mandala rich with cosmic meaning. Borobudur has 9 levels, 72 perforated stupas, and more than 600 relief panels, the longest in the world. The reliefs depict life's journey to nirvana. But the mystery remains. How is a temple of this magnitude built amidst the mountains without modern technology? After the 14th century, Borobudur lay buried under volcanic ash and jungle for centuries. Rediscovered in 1814 by Thomas Stamford Raffles, it is now a UNESCO World Heritage and a symbol of Indonesia's cultural revival. Temple of Abydos, Egypt. In the desolate Egyptian desert stands an ancient temple that holds the secrets of gods and kings. Abydos, a place where ancient Egyptians believed the gates to the afterlife opened. Each wall is more than just stone, but prayer, power, and unsolved mysteries. Located on the west bank of the Nile River, Abydos is one of Egypt's oldest sacred cities, flourishing since 3100 BC. Its main temple was built by Pharaoh Seti I and completed by his son, Ramses II, in the 13th century BC. It was dedicated to Osiris, the god of resurrection and the afterlife. The Abydos temple amazes with its still sharp, colorful carvings depicting the genealogies of the pharaohs. However, one relief has puzzled the world, known as the helicopter hieroglyphs, which appear to resemble both a helicopter and a modern airplane. Some believe this is simply a coincidence due to the overlapping carvings, but its mystery continues to spark imaginations. For centuries, Abydos lay buried under sand and forgotten, until modern archaeologists rediscovered it, revealing Egypt's incredibly advanced building techniques, art, and spiritual beliefs. Today, Abydos is recognized as Egypt's most sacred religious and archaeological site. Temple of Edfu, Egypt. On the west bank of the Nile River stands a temple seemingly untouched by time. Edfu, a magnificent monument that transports us back to an era when the gods walked alongside humans. Built between 237 and 57 BC, during the Ptolemaic dynasty, the Temple of Edfu was dedicated to Horus, the sky god and protector of Egypt. During this time, Edfu became an important spiritual and political center of Upper Egypt. It is the best preserved ancient Egyptian temple in the world. Its walls are covered with hieroglyphs depicting the mythological battle of Horus against Seth, the god of chaos. Its main pylon reaches 36 meters in height, and its sandstone structure still stands strong after more than 2 millennia. Some of the carvings are even believed to depict an ancient Egyptian map of the heavens, a symbol of the soul's journey to eternal life. Buried under sand for centuries, the temple was only restored in the 19th century by French archaeologists. Today, Edfu offers a perfect window into the art, religion, and architecture of ancient Egypt, a remarkable feat of precision. Tombs of the Kings of Pontus, Turkey. On the steep rock cliffs of Amasya, Turkey, mountain faces are carved into the tombs of kings. Here, silence holds forgotten tales of power and immortality. These tombs date back to the 3rd century BC and are remnants of the Kingdom of Pontus, a Hellenistic kingdom that ruled the Black Sea coast. Kings such as Mithridates VI Eupator, known as Rome's archenemy, once ruled from this region. Covered by massive limestone boulders, 5 main tombs are carved directly into the 50-meter high cliff. Each tomb's doorway resembles the facade of a Greek temple, a symbol of the strong influence of Hellenistic culture. Yet, no king's remains have ever been found inside, leaving the mystery of where Pontus's rulers were truly buried. With the fall of Pontus to the Romans in the 1st century BC, these tombs were abandoned. Today, Amaja is a significant archaeological site, witnessing the eternal dialogue between stone, time, and humanity. Jiaohe, China. Amidst the desolate Gobi Desert lies a stone city seemingly frozen in time. Jiaohe, a silent witness to thousands of years of lost civilization. Dating back to the 2nd century BC, Jiaohe was the capital of the Chaisher Kingdom and later a vital link in the Silk Road. The city was built on a natural clay island in the Turpan Basin in Xinjiang. Without any artificial walls, Jiaohe is protected by 2 natural ravines 30 meters deep. The ruins of Buddhist monasteries, watchtowers, and mud houses remain intact. But the mystery remains. How could such a thriving city perish without a trace of a major battle? Abandoned around the 14th century, Jiaohe is now the world's oldest preserved ancient city still standing on its original site. Coba, Mexico. Hidden within the dense jungle of the Yucatan Peninsula lie the ruins of an ancient city that once rivaled Chichen Itza in glory. Coba, a mysterious Mayan city. Founded around 100 BC, Coba served as a vital center of power and trade between the northern and southern Maya cities. At its peak, between 600 and 900 AD, the city housed up to 50,000 people and controlled an extensive network of stone roads. These roads, called Sakbiab, stretched for more than 100 kilometers, connecting Coba with other regions. At its center stands Nohak Mul, a 42-meter high pyramid, one of the tallest in the Maya world. However, archaeologists still debate whether Coba was lost in battle or abandoned due to climate and political changes. After centuries of oblivion, the jungle engulfed Coba until its rediscovery in the early 20th century. Today, the site serves as a living laboratory for archaeologists to understand the dynamics of Mayan power and belief. Chichen Itza, Mexico. In the heart of the Yucatan jungle stands a city that was once a heart of knowledge, power, and sacrifice. Chichen Itza, a timeless and mysterious masterpiece of the Mayan civilization. Founded around the 5th century AD, Chichen Itza grew to become the greatest economic and spiritual center of the Mayan world. The city was ruled by aristocrats who combined astronomy, mathematics, and religious rituals to honor their gods. Its greatest icon is the Temple of Kukulkan, a 30-meter high pyramid that served as a giant calendar. At each equinox, the reflection of the sun's rays creates the illusion of a snake slithering down a staircase, a symbol of the god's descent to earth. Nearby is the sacred cenote, a site of human sacrifice believed to be an offering to the rain god, Chak. But archaeologists still debate, was the light phenomenon designed by advanced science or a cosmic coincidence? Around the 13th century, Chichen Itza was abandoned for unknown reasons. Today, it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the new 7 wonders of the world, a symbol of the glory and mystery of ancient Maya science. Vardzia Monasteries, Georgia. In the steep cliffs of southern Georgia lies a sacred city carved out of rock. Vardzia, a monument to silence and steadfast faith. Built in the 12th century, during the reign of Queen Tamar, the monastery became a symbol of the glory of the Georgian kingdom and a spiritual refuge for its people. Comprising over 6,000 caves and 13 stories, the complex housed monks, prayer halls, and a stunning underground water system. However, a massive earthquake in 1283 destroyed most of the structure, leaving the mystery of how life once functioned within it a mystery. Today, Vardzia is an important archaeological and spiritual site where prayers still echo through its 8th-century-old stone walls.
Kochker, Cambodia.
In the midst of the Cambodian jungle, a giant stone tower rises to the sky. Ko Ker, a mysterious city that served as the heart of the Angkorian Empire for centuries. Built in the 10th century, Ko Ker served as the temporary capital during the reign of King Jayavarman IV. It was here that power, Hinduism, and architectural ambition reached their peak. Its centerpiece is Prasat Tom, a 36-meter high-step pyramid, reminiscent of the ziggurats of Mesopotamian kings. The temple is dedicated to Shiva and once housed a giant linga nearly 5 meters high, a symbol of the king's divine and political power. Yet, a mystery remains. Why was the capital abandoned so quickly? After the capital returned to Angkor, Ko Ker was swallowed up by the jungle for centuries. Today, it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most magnificent archaeological discoveries in Southeast Asia.
El Mirador, Guatemala.
In the heart of the dense Petén jungle lies a time-swept, gigantic city, El Mirador, the oldest and most mysterious Maya civilization in the Americas. Founded around 1000 BC, El Mirador flourished long before the glory of Chichen Itza, or Tikal. The city was a crucial political and religious center during the Maya pre-classic period. It is home to La Donta, a 72-meter high pyramid, one of the largest structures ever built in the ancient world. The ruins reveal stone streets, a palace complex, and a sophisticated canal system. But the cause of its downfall around 150 BC remains a mystery. Was it war, plague, or ecological collapse? Buried by the jungle for more than 2 millennia, El Mirador was only rediscovered in the 20th century, now key to understanding the origins of the Maya civilization. Montezuma Castle, United States. Perched on a limestone cliff in Arizona stands an ancient fortress that seems to defy gravity, Montezuma Castle, the silent legacy of a lost people. Built around the 12th century, this site was not the work of the Aztecs, as its name suggests, but rather the work of the Sinagua people, an agricultural people who lived in the Verde Valley, relying on the wisdom of water and stone. This 5-story structure, with more than 20 rooms, was built 27 meters high on a steep cliff. Archaeologists believe its inaccessible location was a form of protection from attacks by other tribes and a testament to their extraordinary ingenuity in adapting to the harsh Arizona desert. Around 1400 AD, the Sinagua people mysteriously disappeared. Today, the castle has been preserved as a national monument of the United States since 1906. Pavlopetri, Greece. Sunk beneath the Aegean Sea, between the sands of time, sleeps a city that once beat thousands of years ago, Pavlopetri. Located on the coast of Laconia, southern Greece, the city dates back to around 3000 BC. To the early days of the Minoan and Mycenaean civilizations, when maritime trade was the lifeblood of the Aegean world. Discovered in 1967, Pavlopetri is recognized as the oldest underwater city in the world. Its structures are astonishing. Houses, streets, and even a water system are still clearly visible at a depth of 3 to 4 meters. But the biggest mystery remains. Why did the city sink? Some scientists point to an earthquake around 1000 BC as the cause. Now, Pavlopetri is being studied with advanced 3D mapping technology, shedding new light on ancient urban life and ancient maritime wisdom. In the middle of the Dashur Desert stands a strange pyramid, appearing bent at its top, as if holding a secret the gods failed to perfect. Built around 2600 BC during the reign of Pharaoh Sneferu, founder of the 4th dynasty of ancient Egypt, an era when Egypt began to transition from step pyramids to a true, smooth form. The pyramid rises at a 54-degree angle, but midway through construction, its slope was suddenly changed to 43 degrees, creating a unique bent shape. Archaeologists believe this change was made to prevent the structure from collapsing, making it a testament to Egypt's first monumental architectural experiment. Neglected for thousands of years, the bent pyramid is now recognized as the most intact pyramid from the early period, with its limestone cladding beautifully preserved. Cave of the Hands, Argentina. In the silent cliffs of Patagonia, hands from the past are etched into the stone, as if ancient humans were trying to leave a lasting trace of their presence. Located in the Pinturas River Valley, Argentina, this cave was inhabited by hunter-gatherers more than 9,000 years ago, long before the rise of the world's great civilizations. The cave walls are covered with more than 800 handprints, made by blowing natural pigments over human hands. Most are small, believed to belong to adolescents or girls, raising the mystery of the rituals and spiritual meaning behind the paintings. Buried over millennia, the cave was rediscovered in the 20th century and is now protected by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site of prehistoric art.